Hey, Steve again. Wolfpack, coming at you for another video, and I had to do this one. I'm getting to where every day I got to come out with something because I got shit to say. Because it's like I can't believe stupidity that I'm watching every day. I don't know what my IQ is. I don't really care, but the fact of the matter is, I know it's not as high as some of these bitches that are actually, you know, very responsible for the government and for our future and for our laws. And then I look at them and I'm like, God damn, I'm not that stupid. I posted a video. I posted a paste. I pasted on my Twitter and on my Facebook. This guy says, "Well, if we put up wind turbines, we would be capturing the air, and the Earth would get hotter." What the fuck, over? So anyway, then I digressed, and then I started looking at a video, and it was two gay guys, and nothing's wrong with that. Anyway, two gay gentlemen telling me how to be a man. Okay, well, I don't know, but that kind of rubbed me the wrong way because, first of all, the way I was raised, I don't need any help telling me how to be a man. Let me explain a little further. First of all, fact is that I do not look at, will not look at a pedophile like you do. When I see a pedophile, somebody who's been accused of abusing a kid, or a man, or a girl, or boy, or even abusing a woman, he's not just somebody who's disturbed. He's not somebody who's mentally incapable. He doesn't need to go to rehab. Somebody needs to go up to the son of a bitch and knock the fuck out of him. Period. Don't do it again. If he answers inappropriately, well, I'm going to do it again just as soon as I get out. Wait for him at the emergency room, and when he gets out, knock the fuck out of him again. Go to everybody around in his community or wherever he lives or anybody that he talks to. If he does it again, let me know. Here's my number. But we don't do that. Women now are on the spotlight, and it's all also little boys and little women now. Now, first of all, what kind of a person takes advantage of an individual that is that small and that is young and is going through growing up and learning about any kind of sexual behavior? They really don't know, and you're using that against them to get what you want. All they know is the fact is, well, I made him happy, so I get the part. Oh, I made him happy, so I make the team. If I make him happy, I get an A. Or her happy, I get an A. Vice versa, it's all in between. So let me explain it to you like this. You do that, you may take advantage of a little kid. There's going to be somebody like me. I ain't scared to go to jail for it. You're going to beat the shit out of it. If it's at a place where we can't beat the shit out of them, we're going to come back. We're going to look for your ass, and guess what? Your tires are going to go flat. Or we're going to fuck with your GPS to where you know what, you can't read it. You end up in the swamp somewhere. There's my world, buddy. You're just living in it now. When do we as a society say enough's enough and start doing something about it? If you're out with a girl and you're taking her on a date and you're bringing her to a restaurant or you're bringing her to a movie, and there's some bitch just sitting there looking at her boobs, or, pointing at her and talking to her buddies, politely get up and go to that gentleman and say, you know what the fuck are you looking at? I was looking at her boobs, what's it to you? Well, let me tell you something there, Biff or Skippy or whoever the fuck you are. First of all, that's her boobs right now. Okay, they ain't yours. And if she wanted you to see them, she'd take them out and flaunt them, but she's not looking for that. She's in a dress, and guess what? She don't need your ass sitting there looking at her because it makes her feel uncomfortable. And I'm sorry, but whenever it makes her feel comfortable, it makes me uncomfortable. And guess what? I get to the source of what's making me uncomfortable. So put your eyes back in your head, turn the other way, I'm going to knock the shit out of it. Well, you big and bad, whatever. I'm sorry, take the damn drink up, knock him in the head, and say, who's next? I think we just ended that conversation. I don't think we're going to have this conversation again. I think you'll treat her with a little respect, and that means, even when you look at her. Women have a different sense of vitality that they look at, or the way they look at themselves. If you ask any woman, one of the major things that goes on in their mind is they don't want to look bad in public. They've been trained where they are trained. They've been thinking that, you know what, I need to look a certain way when I go out. I got to put my makeup on. I got to do my hair. I've got to do this or whatever, because I don't want to be one of those girls that look like that in public. I understand that, but the issue is that don't let it become an option. That you don't let her know. Look, you look fine like that. Put on some damn shorts and work some jeans. Put on a shirt and let's go. Well, I gotta do my hair. Don't put a hat on that shit. Well, look at me. I'm look all grubby. That's all right. We ain't going to the prom, sister. We going out to go get Whataburger and eat. But see, men take advantage of that, and it hurts a woman's self-confidence if you even make a comment that she doesn't look appropriate, or she doesn't look like they think she's supposed to look. If she's not oozing sex appeal, and that's their own downfall. And women are part of it too, because the fact is, they know the prettier they look, the more they're going to get paid, or the more they're going to advance in their career, or whatever. That's what it's come to. When did it get to that? So it's a two-way street, I guess. But basically, all it comes down to is one of disrespect. I know a lot of women who can go out and pound the pavement, and they can go out with a bulldozer and break up pavement. They can do jobs even man can do. Don't mean they want to freaking do it. They just want to know that they can. And they want you to know that they can too. Because you know what? They went out of their way to earn something, and guess what? Well, I can do it. I may not be able to do it all the time, but I can do it if I have to. And you got to respect that. You got women who, today in their work, are being looked at as sexual objects instead of the production of their work. It's not how many files they're carrying back to their desk, it's how good she looks doing it. I don't know, but in a workplace, okay, that's counterproductive. The women that I like to enjoy are the ones that like to work around, are the ones that, you know what, they become one of the boys. They understand the lingo, they understand whatever, and guess what? They get it. They don't take it offensive, and they don't take it personal. They just say, okay, guys, that's enough. And we shut it down. Or hell, she's the one that's instigating it. Because see, this is another place where a woman is actually gone, because the old stereotype of staying home, getting in the kitchen, cooking dinner, cooking rather, taking care of your husband 24 hours a day and the kids is gone, because guess what? We created it. Today, women and men have to work to make it. So it wasn't like she just jumped up and said, "I want to go to work." They don't have the dream anymore of being able to come home and be a homemaker. That shit went out back in the frickin' 60s. We've done taken that decision away from them. So now we want to get pissed whenever they apply themselves and they start making more money than we do, or getting more promotions. Well, because they really have to. It betters the family, economically anyway. So we've got a whole new parameter that men and women have to look at. The fact is that things have changed, and things will continue to change. Each parameter of a man and woman is going to change, except for one thing. And this is what you have to devote yourself to, is being a man. When did we stop trying to be a man? When did we stop believing being a man was okay and was good? When did we start walking around scared and with our head down and couldn't look a man in the eye and couldn't shake his hand? When did we start being scared of not being accepted by the majority? When did we stop making stands for something that we believe in? When did that happen? When did we start making sure that we're politically correct 100% of the time? I see guys now that apply when they go to the football game. They call a football game. They fucking call it politically correct. Eric Fumble. No, he just mishandled the ball because it's slippery today. Shut. He fucking fumbled. Shut up. There's not a certain language that we need to talk to women. We just need to be ourselves. It's not attractive to a woman to go up there and hit on her constantly, and she's like, dude, you're making me, get back, Jack. Or you, what part of no didn't you understand? I mean, we still have that saying going around, and it still hasn't taken hold yet. But let's look at it from another standpoint. How do you know whether to open a door for a woman or not? Well, I don't know. I can tell a lady and somebody just by looking. If you do some observing, you can look and see the ladies that want to have the door open for them, the ones that don't. The ones that don't, if they come up, you make mistakes. Well, haven't you ever been taught to open a door for a lady? The ones that got to say that shit, you know what? Yeah, but I don't see a freaking lady yet. But I will be right here standing by, man. You count on that. I didn't want you to pull a chair up when you go to the freaking restaurants. You want to bitch? I don't need you to pull just pull that some bitch out too far. I want you to bust your butt. Sorry about that. You don't want me to drag your chairs out, so you know what? I'm out of practice. You go both ways. But this pedophilia thing and abusing has got to stop, and the only way it's going to stop it is for us to start standing up as men. And guess what? If you see somebody doing something to a kid or a woman that is abusing them mentally, physically, or whatever, step in and stop it. Ma'am, are you okay? No? Knock the fuck out of it. Ma'am, did he hit you? Oh my God, please let me tell me yes. I like some bitch anyway, and I ain't even met it. Is he bothering you? Is this normal behavior between the two of you? Some people out there slap that crazy, so you gotta ask that question. But when in doubt, knock the shit out of them. And they're gonna put you in jail and you got a lawsuit for what? Standing up for a woman? Okay, well, there's some things you won't go to jail. I don't want to go to jail for. Stealing candy is one, but if standing up for a woman or standing up for somebody I believe is in distress, I'll take that hit. Thought I was doing the right thing. Please tell me when you go to a bar, you go to an establishment or whatever, and you walk in and a man comes to feel that you don't say, oh, it's okay, bro. It's okay, man. Don't do it again. It's okay, bro. Knock the shit out of him and say, you do it again, do it again, I'll hit you. You're going to the hospital now, but you think about doing it on the way from here to the hospital. Guess what? Always sitting at the emergency room when you get out and you're going back again. That's how serious it is. I'm taking a woman out to a nice meal, not because I'm expecting something in return, because she deserves it. Because I want to have a place where I can take her where she feels a little bit special and where we get her and I can actually get to know each other a little bit better. What we do at the table, hell, that's none of your damn business, first of all. But don't be expecting that because you brought her $800 meal that you're going to get something, because you probably, well, maybe you will, maybe you won't. I don't know, some women like that, I don't know, but don't be expecting that you are. Just because a lady asks you up to the door, if you want to ask you in, wants your beer, doesn't mean she wants to go to bed with you. Maybe she just wants to sit there and talk to you a little bit more. Or maybe she just wants to feel a little bit more comfortable. It's not all about you. It's not about how macho and how think you are, because you know what you've learned. You have forgotten what we should have learned a long time ago. Being a man don't mean this. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'll fuck you up. That's what I'm gonna fuck. I pray for people like that to come across my life, because the fact is, man, it's like, dude, you're going down and you're going down hard. But the essence is you don't have to do that to be a man. You can actually have respect by setting from another individual by setting in an establishment way away from them. And they can tell just by the way you carry yourself and your mannerisms and your actions and how you present yourself. Those are the things that women find attractive. A man that's sure of himself at everything he does. A man who's willing to laugh at himself, but be careful before he laughs at others. A man who is confident, who doesn't have to show in front of other people his ass to make sure people recognize that he's in the room. These are the type of women pay attention to. Good, bad, and different. Even though there are good women, bad women. But do not, and where do we come to the fact that men think that we deserve something? Because we bought her a drink, or because we took her to a movie, because we did something. Why do we need immediate gratification? If a woman tells you no, and you know us while you're after, then you know what? I'll see you. I'm not going to talk to you again, because you know what? That tells a woman right there, you know what? That's all he was after. Even though a woman loves to look pretty, and she likes to look sexual because it makes her feel better, it makes her feel attractive. That's a part of her DNA. But just because she is not she's doing it for you. When did guys start believing freaking porn? Shit don't happen, guys. How many girls you know deliver pizza anyway? I don't fucking know. But when do we start taking that fantasy to realization, thinking that's what every girl wants? If you take time and get to know her, you'll figure that out pretty quick. And she'll let you know. But we have allowed this to happen because of the fact is with the pedophiles, with the government, with individuals who are taking advantage of us and are actually doing it in front of our eyes, and they're doing it to the ones we love, or we're doing it to people that we know that we can protect. We're lying to do it because we're scared to death of getting in trouble. I don't know how many people walk by and see a woman getting abused and never do nothing. I don't want to be a part of that, man. That could be a lawsuit. Maybe that's the way they handle their business. I don't know. Meanwhile, you read on the next day paper that she got the hell beat out of her. She's in intensive care, and this some bitch is a wanted felon. He's on the freaking run, heading to Mexico or some shit. Yeah, that happened today. That girl, I'm sorry, what are you gonna believe? Whatever. In San Francisco, that fucking killed her, and by God, he got off of it. But the thing is that we as men have got to take our place, and we got to take it back. Women are waiting on that. Women are waiting on us to do something to prove that we're a man, that we can handle it. Because what they're seeing is they can't handle the job. Women are saying, I don't feel protected when I go out with him. I don't feel safe when I go out with him. If I go out with him and something does happen, I feel like I'm going to be on my own. When did we start disrespecting each other that we didn't take care of each other? How many of you, if you saw something bad happening to your friend, would actually jump in and stop it? A perfect example of this is when I was in the Marine Corps. I used to go out on a town with Marines. We'd have a live boat. We'd all go out together as a group and everything. I had a pretty good friend. Her and I, she was a corporal and I'm a sergeant, so we weren't really supposed to fraternize with listen, but we hung out together for a little bit. And I listened to what she had to say as a woman, from a woman's perspective. I knew how she was a Marine. She's a damn good Marine. It was funny. We go into establishment because the fact is, it's like, you know what? Somebody fuck with her or something like that. She look at me, you want to handle it or me? I'm like, you know, you go ahead and handle it. I got you sick. You know? It's fun to watch a woman beat the shit out of somebody. But I started understanding she kind of come to agreement too, because we both, just by being able to talk as professionals, we can learn to talk about the other race or other races, other sexes, other things that we learn something from each other. I learned something from a woman's point of view. She learned something from a man's point of view just by asking questions. How many of you done this with a girlfriend or a friend, a girl, and you actually just said, well, how come men do this? And then you go, that's a fun game to play because you learn a lot of shit. When did we get tired of courting women? When did we get tired of making that girl feel special? When did we get tired of actually being proud of being able to protect someone? When did we become so callous that we allow other factors to determine whether we step in to protect another human individual? These pedophiles that are going down left and right today is pretty much, I can't name them all. Shit, I mean, fuck, you can't keep up. But I have to ask one question. They were abusing these kids or whatever. Where in the fuck was the parents? Was it to the point to where they were saying, okay, if you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this to get the point, because if you get this part, then you're going to get this million dollars, and you're going to live happily ever after, while they're just talking about themselves because they're going to steal the freaking money. That's how they sold their kids out, basically, or pimped them out. In my perspective, if I knew of one of my kids going to one of these places and then they were exposed to that, please tell me first when you walk out that door, because I don't have to come back. I don't know how much of an impact it'll make, but I'll be sure that he won't be able to make no money for a while. And these aren't threats. These are just things that I do because the fact is that I know how to treat somebody else and treat them with respect. And not only that, the fact is, you know what? I'm not going to allow somebody to disrespect you in front of me. I couldn't live with myself. There's no way in hell that I could live with myself if I saw a woman getting beat and not do nothing. There's no way in hell if I knew a woman was being raped or was raped or being physically abused or something along those lines and I didn't do nothing, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I could not stand the fact that I did not do nothing. And I couldn't look that person in the eye ever again. That would scar me for the rest of my life because I did nothing. Pedophilia is just now we're just now scratching the surface. How many people go down? I don't know how many it's going to be, but whatever. Everybody that goes down, you deserve it because the fact is you should have known you can't do it. Not just because you can't, but god dang, how could you? So this whole video is basically stated out to where if we start being a man and we start manning up, then people are going to start noticing. If we start carrying ourselves as men, if we start acting like men, if we start talking like men, and we start behaving like men, people are going to start trusting us again. People will say, you know what? Hey, he believes in something, he stands for it. Don't be doing that shit around him. Same goes with women. Women, if you don't choose to be acting like a lady, then don't expect to be treated like one. And I'm talking all the way if you're not ready to recognize that you are a female and you're not recognized to say, you know what, I can go get muddy, nobody can think different of it, or I can't do this because I'm a female. No, don't even say that because that's freaking unattractive as hell. You want to go play baseball? Come on, let's go together. No, it's an all-girl league. Okay. Because women have come to the point to where their roles have changed so much so quickly that the fact is that they are no longer allowed or wanted or have to be in the kitchen 24 hours a day are taking care of them kids and waiting on your ass to get your ass home from the beer joint. Now we've created a society where men and women have to fucking work to survive. I'm sorry, guys, women take that shit seriously. They go to work, they want to do a good job. And you gotta give them credit because they're going to work in a man's world where men have pretty much dominated this type of business. So it's twice as hard for them to get ahead, it's twice as hard to survive. Why? Because the fact is that men will look at you, it doesn't matter how many, they don't look at how many files you're carrying back to your office to go to work on, they look at how you're carrying it. So it doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't make any, I don't know what the word to use, but it does just boggles my mind. Because when men are not willing to adapt to what women need and want these days. Yeah, we got to compromise a little bit. Because this ain't porn. Okay, this ain't a fantasy life that we live in. We can make up as we go. Your fantasies, okay, are not going to come true. Period. Okay? Okay, how sick they are. They're not going to come true. They're not even going to come close. But do your thing and do what's the right thing to do. If you can stand up and start being a man and being respected as a man, then you will get more respect returned back to you. And you will get women who treat you differently than what they're treating you now. Right now we see on TV, we see everywhere we go, movies, whatever, that men are made fun of because they're stupid. That seems to be the going trend. Well, my standpoint is this. Sometimes women are better at shit than men. I just use an example. I don't mean to be sexist, but anyway, whatever. But it's like, you know, when I go ready to do my closet, fuck, I can't even get in it. My wife comes in here, she can just stack that Lego shit up there, and I'm like, why'd you do that shit? Just an example, guys. It's not a fucking norm. But anyway, I'm just telling you. She's got a different way of looking at it. Something you need to fucking listen to. Because the fact is, you know what? Hey, she might be right. Don't ever fucking admit that shit that she's right, but you know. Because then you'll never hear the end of it. And that's just what women do too. Women can remember 200 years ago when you slipped and fell on the ice. Because you didn't get the shoes or the boots that you wanted because they were all half price. So you wanted to get the expensive one, you fell, busted your ass. So guess what? You're going to live that shit for the rest of 200 years. Might be the last thing she says on her dying bed. Shit about them boots. Don't we ever forget about that shit. Man, we do. We forget about shit all the time. Woman can walk out of the house and say, baby, I'm going to the moon. Men be like, okay, honey, you be careful. Don't want nothing to hurt you. It's got to change. A lot of things in this world's got to change, but we got to start from square one. And men's got to start defining themselves and being doing the right thing. And they've got to start doing it in front of other people instead of just thinking about it. I don't know, but this is the world we've created. And it's getting worse. And if you don't believe me, look at your TV, look at YouTube, look anywhere you want to, and you've got old men that are rich that are abusing our children. We got old men with money, fast cars, a fast lifestyle, abusing our women. Why? Because they can. We've got women trained these days. It's no longer acceptable to be with a man unless he's rich, powerful, or got a fast car. That's their goals now. Where it used to be a house, a car, furniture, a couple of kids. Now it's more than that. Now it's the easy way to make a buck. Just the way it is, ladies. You learn from the best of us. You learn from us men. We taught you that. So now we probably, damn, wish we could pull that one back in. But no, you can't. It's already out there, and women have already seen it. Eventually, women will see that that's destructive behavior, and they need to know that, you know what, hey, I shouldn't act like that, because if I do, that's the way I'm going to be treated. If you act like a bimbo, you're going to be treated like a bimbo. If you act like a lady, you're going to be treated like a lady. If you're somewhere in between, you want to be, you know, like I said, my Marine Corps buddies, females, when I was in the Marine Corps, they get dirty as I could. They could do anything I could. They shoot, run, shoot fast, clear buildings, do everything like that. But you know what? They still look good when they cleaned up and got out in town. And look professional. And they knew not to act like a bimbo, and they expected to be treated like a lady. Nowadays, women expect to be treated like a lady. We got guys that can't perform up to that level, that don't know how to be a man and don't know how to be a gentleman. Women don't feel safe with you. Women feel that when they go out with you, that if something happens, you're going to leave them behind, because you're out for number one. You're out for number one. You're out for yourself and yourself only. You have no idea how it means or what it means to actually take care of someone. It comes with a lot of things. I remember all my days, and I swear to God, I wish this was still true. But when you go and you actually took a girl out, you were responsible. Something happened to the girl while you were out, you had to answer to their father. So you learn right quick to respect a woman and make sure that she's okay. She gets back home safely. Should be the same way when you go on a date. But we've lost that. I am disappointed in men. I am disappointed in people who call themselves men. I am disappointed because the fact is that we have let not only ourselves down, but we have let women down across the nation. Because the fact is that we're too damn scared just to be ourselves and stand up and say, nope, that ain't me, I ain't doing it. A woman, if you tell her no about something or whatever, they'll bitch, whine, complain, whatever, and they'll pull the little girl shit all they want to. But in the end, they respect you. And that's what it's all about. It's not respect, but it's about love and respect. Some of the women that I know, older women that I know around here, God, I love him. You know, man, he pisses me off when he does it, but God, I love him. I don't know why, but I love him. Maybe that's not the type of man you strive to be, but the fact is, what she's just saying in that sentence is, you know what? I love him, but he stands for whatever he wants to. Can't tell him nothing. But the only person who can actually get to that man is that woman that has went through everything with him, and that he's shown to her in many perspectives that he respects her. That's how you get it back, guys. We have failed as men. Now, I don't know about women because I'm not a woman. I don't know, but I know I've seen degradation of men over a period of time. We're doing shit that I can't even believe I wouldn't even allow a freaking 12-year-old kid to do as a man. And we're doing it, and we think it's okay. And then we wonder. And we wonder why women don't have nothing to do with us. And we wonder why. So, take a look in the mirror, guys. Take a look in the mirror. This is what we've become. And it's getting worse every day.